Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel in the first place. Today we have another one, and this one is angsty, so yeah. Sometimes you wonder what your life would have been like if you rejected Tamaki Keigo's advances towards you. Lately, Keigo had been too busy for you and would leave to go under the radar for weeks at a time without informing you. Being with him made your anxiety shoot up at the thought of him never coming back, at the thought of finding his body cold and decaying, at the thought of never being able to hear him call your name again. It had been 2 weeks since you last saw him. You were worried, but it's not like it wasn't his first time doing this. You lounged in your pajamas as you had the day off. You laid on your couch as you reminisced with your sweet times with Keigo, wanting nothing more than to be in his arms. "Keigo, you fucking dick!" you yelled as you felt your bird-brain boyfriend drop you into freezing cold water of the lake. He was bent over laughing, clutching his stomach at the sight of you drenched and freezing head to toe. You couldn't help but admire how beautiful he looked when he laughed. You knew about Keigo's past. You knew he didn't have much of a childhood, and you were the one who helped him experience things that he should have experienced when he was younger. "I'm sorry, kid, I couldn't resist. You look too cute pouting at me like that." He chuckled as he walked towards you to wrap his arms and wings around your shivering figure. Your scowl dropped as you snuggled your face into his warm chest, relishing this moment with your boyfriend. "Hey, Keigo, are you gonna leave me again?" you questioned as you tilted your head back up to peek at his face, catching a grimace on your question. You already knew the answer. You decided to push your negative thoughts out of your mind and just live in the present with him. "You know I have to. I don't like leaving you, but it's my job. It's our job. Don't worry about me. I'll be back before you know it," he comforted as he pressed a loving kiss onto your forehead. You just nodded and hugged him tighter, feeling your hot tears threaten to overflow and cascade down the apples of your cheek. You both stood there, holding each other as if it was the last time. Back to the present. You felt your phone vibrate on your stomach, pulling you out from your daydreams. It was your agency calling. It must have been big if they were calling you on your day off. "Hello?" you answered, getting ready to put your hero costume on. "Listener, please get down to Musutafa now. Hawks needs your assistance and nobody's available. He's in big trouble," they yelled. That's all it took for you to drop everything and run to your lover. Flashback. "Do you ever think we're gonna have kids in the future?" You question your boyfriend as you two watch the sunset on the top of your building. You turned your head to look in his direction, but he already had his eyes on you. You surely would have blushed if he did this while your relationship was still new. He smiled at you and turned his whole body to face you, making you do the same. He brushed the stray hairs out of your face before cupping your cheek. He was fondly looking at you before he decided to speak. "We're gonna have all the kids you want. We can have a whole basketball team, just imagine that. We can make our own, or adopt," he giggled excitedly. It was rare to see him like this. Most of the time he was very serious, especially during patrol, as he took his job quite seriously. The way he did his job with care, though, was sure admirable. Sure, you were in the top 10 as well, but he was number 2. You strive to be like him. "I want to have so many kids, Keigo. I want to have a nice house, a dog, and the whole picket fence thing. I want the whole package," you whispered as you kissed his chest while drawing patterns onto his left hip with your pointer finger. He let out a breathy laugh and took your hand that was on his hip and placed it against his face, snuggling his cheek against it. You gently caressed his cheek with your thumb, making him sigh in content. "I love you, listener. I love you so much," he whispered as he moved to capture your lips into an innocent kiss. "How about we get started on the whole baby-making thing?" he questioned with a smirk. Present time. You soon arrived at the scene where Keigo was supposed to be. It looked like a ghost town. Buildings and streets were empty as you checked for any more civilians in the vicinity. You soon heard a loud crash a few blocks away from your current location and ran towards the sound. Flashback. "You haven't been home much, Keigo," you grumbled as you stirred your tea into the mug. Your boyfriend sighed as he felt irritated that you were bringing this up again. "How many times do I have to say it, listener? It's my job." He rolled his eyes. "Don't give me that shit, Keigo. I know it's your fucking job. It's mine too. But you're leaving so often now. I don't even know if you'll come back alive. For all I know, you could just be coming back to me already cold. I'm worried. And I don't know where you go either. It's just not the ideal situation." He scoffed. "Being a hero is never an ideal situation, listener. You fucking know that. Oh wait, you don't. But you don't have the same responsibilities as me because they don't trust you enough with that shit. They're not gonna just let a rinky-dinky hero take care of shit they can't handle." You couldn't believe what he just said. All you wanted to do was scream and yell at him. You wanted to tell him how much of an asshole he was being. You wanted him to feel what you were feeling. Instead, you just turned your back on him and walked out, not looking back to see if he would follow you. You soon felt a hand grasp your arm and you turned to face your solemn-looking boyfriend. Listener, I didn't mean that. I'm so sorry. You grasped his hand holding your arm and pushed it off, feeling your tears finally cascade down your heated cheeks. I'm done, Keigo, you said as you turned your back on him once more, not seeing him fall down to his knees. You wanted to go back to him. You wanted to tell him that it was okay, that you both were just upset. But your pride was too hurt, and so were your feelings. Present time. You felt your thoughts running a mile a minute. Was that Keigo? Was that the villain? Who was it? Who got hurt? You soon found out as you arrived on the scene, seeing your former lover covered under a pile of rubble. His once luscious wings were bent at odd angles, and most of his feathers were already gone. Keigo, please, wake up. Wake up, please, I'm sorry. Please, wake up, pretty, you wailed as you shook him. Hey, he coughed as he brought his arm up to pet your head, knowing that you liked getting head pats while you were nervous. Keigo, wait here. Just wait, I'll go find that stupid villain and I'll beat their ass, okay? He just nodded and let his hands rest on his stomach. Time skip. Keigo, I'm back. I beat the shit out of that guy and I called you for an ambulance. You're gonna be okay. You panted as you laid yourself down beside Keigo's figure. He smiled at you and took your hands into his, rubbing smooth circles on your warm palm. Keigo looked deathly pale, and you sat up to inspect his injuries and saw that his jacket was soaked in his own blood. You couldn't believe that you didn't notice earlier. Why wasn't he saying anything? Or did he just not feel it anymore? Keigo, talk to me, okay? Stay awake, baby. Stay awake for me. You cried as you placed his head onto your lap. He nodded slightly and coughed out a little blood, which you gently wiped away. You and I are gonna make the prettiest babies one day. I'm so thankful you came into my life. Without you, I would have stayed lost. He coughed. You made my days so much brighter. I can't wait to marry you one day, he wheezed, mustering up a smile. This only made you cry harder. Yes, my love, we will. I'm gonna marry you, okay? I'm gonna give you the family that you want. We're gonna name our first son NG, right? Because you're such an Endeavor fanboy. I remember when you told me that I got so upset because you cut yourself off when you noticed Hawks had gone silent. Keigo, why am I the only one talking? Keigo, please, you can't leave me. Keigo, I love you. I'm so sorry. Please. Keigo, you sobbed, holding his now cold body closer to yours. You heard the ambulances arriving, but it was already too late. He was gone. It was always gonna be you, Keigo, you whispered as you pressed one last kiss onto his forehead. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that. I don't think that should have made you cry, but if it did, I'm really sorry. Also, the 9K special should be posted either today or tomorrow. We'll see. Just depends on how I'm feeling, because I am still sick, but I think I'm getting better. Either way, Discord link, fanfic link, music link, and everything will be down in the description. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye!